Now, getting back into some more Just Create SMP, I mean, you might have thought that I was done in the mall, but no, you guys had a lot of awesome comments, and I really do appreciate all of the comments, all of the suggestions. Honestly, you guys teach me, believe it or not, a lot, and I learn a ton from reading the comments. And over the years, that is honestly how I have gained so much knowledge, I believe, is just by simply taking suggestions that you guys leave in the comments and turning them into reality and testing them out myself. Speaking of testing things out myself, we've got a lot to sort of test out, and you guys suggested that the factory gauges, we can redstone control them, and this actually solves a major problem that I was having with package requesting and all of our package systems completely getting borked and backed up. Oh, and also, I believe Stam's area is back online, so we should go check that out and make sure that our redstone delivery system is up and working. Before we do all of that, let's talk about these factory gauges. Yes, apparently they can be redstone controlled, so we should be able to slap some sort of redstone device onto here to power this on and off. But how is this going to help me exactly? Well, the problem is whenever I request something, for example, I pull something out of the factory or out of the mall here, we run into a major problem where this sends new package requests to our other systems, for example, over at the foundry, to pull in, let's say, more iron or more copper or more brass. But it only pulls and requests like 1 or 2 items per package. And that's really, really inefficient. And what it does is it just completely overloads all of my systems and my train storage capacity. And we have like 1,000 packages that need to be routed, when we can actually limit that to significantly less and maybe have the packages actually hold more items. To do this, like I said, redstone. And I didn't actually know last episode, and thanks to you guys in the comments, like I said, that the factory gauges can be turned off with redstone. And the ability to shut these off means that we can turn them back on at certain intervals. For example, every minute or so, since we do have such a large storage capacity, we can have them shut off and then only turn on every, like, let's say 5 minutes. And then in that 5 minutes, enough items have depleted from the vaults. And that means when we turn this back on, it will then do the request. And then that request will be the contents of the 5 minutes worth that has been lost. Instead of doing one and doing like a package that has 1 item, it should do a package that has like 6 stacks or something like that in it. Or at least that's the plan. Some big concepts happening here, and I didn't realize, like I said, these factory gauges can be controlled like that. It's a lot to get into. Before we get into this and test it though, I do want to check on some things because I've been out for about a few days, several days actually. And I know Beardstone has been really, really busy, and I have a feeling that some of my shops may be fully depleted. And I might want to check on that. Yeah, Beardstone's been working on a really, really cool game, and he's using a lot of blocks. Now, let's see. This seems okay. I mean, we are a little bit low on rooted dirt, but we didn't have a lot to begin with. So the dirt factory, dirt shop is looking pretty good. And let's check on the chocolate shop. Let's see, Chosen's Delights. Okay, I think we're missing, yes, we are missing Scoria. Okay, so our Scorchia, I believe, is fine. We may want to restock a little bit more of that, but yeah, Scoria, we definitely need more. That is, I think, a big block, yes, that he used for the face of his building over here. So it makes sense that that is completely gone. And then how are you doing? You're doing great. You still have quite a lot in stock. I mean, I think that is completely fine. And then we should also check this shop. Let's see. I mean, yeah, for the most part, all of our concrete powder pretty well in stock. And then, of course, our dyes, I mean, seem to be fine as well. I mean, the reason we're low on magenta and stuff, keep in mind, is because there is a backlog, like, inside of this vault. It's completely filled. So, like, these items going in will only go in whenever, well, items are actually bought. Still so surprised that not many have been bought of the concrete powder. I thought more people would use this. And how's our enchanting doing? I mean, everything seems okay. Knockback 3, there's still 6 books in here, which is good. How's our profits though? Oh my goodness, 396 diamonds in that bad boy, and then 200 diamonds over here to power this thing. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so things to do. We've got to go grab some scoria, and this means to get that I need to take a trip back to the chocolate factory, which I haven't been to in a while. So I'm glad it's actually getting some use now. So yeah, now whenever you think about the mini golf course that Beardstone's building, yeah, he built it out of chocolate blocks. Yeah, just you'll never get that out of your head now. Let's just hope the weather stays nice. Yeah, it stays nice over here on the Just Create SMP. Otherwise, his building might start to melt. And I mean, that would be a shame. Wouldn't want him to have to buy more blocks now, would we? Now, I'll just load a few more of these up. We should be pretty good, and we can play while we're here. I love this place so much. Now, I've just got to bring this back upstairs, get it loaded back into this, and hopefully be able to provide more people with chocolate blocks. I really hope they understand that these are chocolate blocks after all. And, they're not the best for structures. I mean, they do work well for like interior blocks, but it's not been tested for outside use. Beardstone might have a little bit of a problem. But you know what? I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, no. It's already started melting. Oh, I've got to fix this. He's going to get so mad. Okay, hold on. I think I know just the thing. I do have this special spray that I could probably spray on here to make it not, you know, continue melting. Oh man, it's only the outside bits I was worried about. Okay, let's go ahead and get this started. I'm just going to go ahead and get all of this sprayed up. I'm hoping it doesn't get any worse. Oh, he's going to be so mad when he realizes that his face is starting to melt. I mean, but he did choose chocolate as a building material. I don't know what else to say. I mean, there's nothing more I can do about this. The only thing left to do is to just get back to it then. So yeah, I mean, before all of this took place, factory gauges, that's what we were working on. So yes, I wanted to see and I wanted to adjust these factory gauges. Now, there's a couple of ways that we could potentially work on this. I could try sending it a redstone signal just with a regular lever, but we don't want to send it a redstone signal here. So I'm thinking like off of the floor somehow, giving it a signal. So let's just say something like this. Okay, so that doesn't directly influence it. What about directly from the front? Can I maybe place a block here? Okay, that doesn't seem to give it a redstone signal. What about if I somehow give it a signal directly from the top? Maybe like right here? I mean, this is technically the block space. Okay, that also doesn't work. So, I mean, how about right here, which also does influence the stock ticker? Okay, and that also gives the packager... Oh, no. That gives the packager a redstone signal, which is not something that I want it to do. Now, what about a redstone link? So this can go, like, directly on the side of this, and I don't think it's going to influence this block, per se. And I really hope it doesn't influence this one either. And we do have to link these together. So we'll go ahead and we'll say blue here. And then right now I'll just put my wrench in it. Oh, I guess we can't use wrench. I'm going to use another redstone link just to give this a nice little test. Okay, we'll grab this. And then we want this one to be the sender, this to be the receiver. And then give that a signal. Oh, it does appear to also give this a signal, but this isn't changing. Now, further testing, I just placed this on the front here, and right now it's currently good, but let's just say we put this up to like above 90 and we put it to 91. So it still sends a pulse, even though this is technically there, connected to it. This is not exactly what I thought was going to happen. Now, this can be done. For example, this crafter right here can actually connect up because it's in like the recipe mode, but that one is not in a recipe mode. So this actually does connect up. You can see I added a connection and this is now connected to the redstone and this can then be controlled. But that's not how these function. And these are the ones that are performing requests like on demand. And I can't just like add a connection here because it's not that kind of factory gauge. Now, when it comes to the actual sending of the items, this might be where we can control some things. There's a good chance that we could prevent, for example, some of these factory gauges from maybe sending out packages. This is where things start to get like wildly complicated though. And man, unfortunately, this seems to be like a huge issue.
You, sir.
Yep. Now, Beardo popped by because I asked him a few questions about some redstone stuff, but then he got a little bit worried about his building.
While I've got you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I need to borrow you. Can we go over to my new building? I have some questions.
Yeah, sure.
About your subpar building materials.
Oh. Yeah.
You'll probably see the problem as soon as you go around this corner here.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's blocked by a big advertisement sign.
Yeah, about that. I noticed that earlier, and I tried to fix it. I did spray some sealant on there to prevent it from melting more.
Why is it happening? Why are your building blocks melting? What kind of subpar products are you selling?
Well, they're technically I never set them up for build. They're in the chocolate shop. Like I thought you were gonna eat those.
Right, I see. I've built my building out of chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't say it was called chocolate. It said it was called like scoria or something. Is scoria just a fake name for chocolate?
I mean, it's made from chocolate, so yeah.
Right.
Chocolate, yeah. It's literally hardened chocolate, but the interior block should be fine. Like so long as it's like room temperature, should be fine. But like the outside, the outside is got a little bit of a problem there.
Is it gonna get worse?
No. I sprayed it.
You sprayed it.
Yeah, I sprayed it with some sealer.
Have you put sunscreen on my chocolate building?
Yeah, I put some sealer on there, and I don't think it's going to happen anymore.
Right. Well, thanks, I guess, for the sealant. It certainly adds character, I guess. Yeah. Have you got about 20 minutes spare?
Yeah.
Do you want to run a little test with me?
Of course.
Yes. Basically, I've got a few holes of mini golf.
Okay.
And I feel like my testing is a bit biased because I've been testing a little bit as I go, and I kind of want to just see how a newbie would get on with it and see if it's.
Oh, I'm excited. Oh, and the robots are
workable,
freaking fantastic.
Or not? Do you like my robots?
Oh,
they move
great.
And everything.
They are fantastic.
Yeah, but you can literally rotate them.
Oh,
normally. Yep, there we go. Let's see that.
Oh, that's so cool.
And like the arms go separately. It's wonderful.
There's so many like gizmos and gadgets on here. Oh, I've never seen the underside of the bell either. Oh, that's so cool.
It looks cool.
It pulses. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Oh, and also, when I move the arm, it rings.
Oh, that's great. That is fantastic.
Yeah, and this guy over here steals your experience if you get too close to his arm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. How close do you got to get?
It's like 3 blocks or so. It's pretty close.
Oh, I should have put one of those in the experience shop.
Yeah, you literally could. It was still there. It's steal everyone's experience as they walk in.
I haven't been in here yet.
Oh, have you not?
No.
Well, this is Jimmy. He's you may recognize Jimmy. You've had run-ins with Jimmy in the past.
Yes. I nearly left
got made
a lot of tokens with Jimmy. Yes. I picked them back up though.
Right. Well, currently because it's still in testing, you can't actually get clubs directly from Jimmy. So we've got a basic set of clubs here for you. So you got your putter, and you got your 9 iron, your 6 iron, and your 3 iron. So your 3 iron hits the furthest. Your putter hits the closest, basically. So there's a couple of practice holes just so you can get used to how the sticks work, and then we're going to play 6 holes of mini golf. Okay.
So wait. Putter in order from small shot to largest. Putter, 3 iron, 6 iron, 9 iron.
No, it's putter 9, 6, 3. Yeah, I didn't either. Foxy told me all this.
6, 3. I am no mini golf expert, but I'm gonna be after now. All right.
Well, technically, if it was mini golf, you'd only have a putter, but you'd be able to hit it different amounts with your human strength. But this is Minecraft, so these are technically all putters of different strengths, as far as I'm concerned.
I noticed some knockback 3. Nice.
Yeah. Expensive knockback 3, but definitely worth it. Yeah. Because I bought it and I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I went to put it on and I was like, oh no, wait a minute. And then I had to pay the same price again to get the cake to get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart business tactics, Chosen.
Yeah,
I'm not even mad.
It was great.
Not even mad.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, so yeah, press the button, have a couple of, just go on the practice hole here, just get used to how things work.
Okay. Putter. Ooh.
Can I just say, you're the first person who didn't instantly pick up the box because they right-clicked.
Oh, I went to punch it like it was a
You
mob.
left-clicked, yeah, like a normal person would. Yeah, Eggs and Foxy didn't do that. Anyway,
It's like I've done this before. I don't know. All right, putter. Let's see. Can I get it right in the hole?
Oh, that's a shame.
That was a big hit. Can I?
Yeah, so now you've got to figure out.
Oh.
You can. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. That's technically an illegal move to do it and nudge it. You have to. Right. Yeah. So now you're gonna have to like hit away from the hole to be able to hit back into the hole.
Can you jump up? Oh, nope, that doesn't work.
No.
All right.
No, but see, this is what the practice holes are for. This is good.
Wow.
This is good.
What's this one? Can we bounce it off the wall? Let's go the biggest one.
They don't bounce off the walls, sadly. No. They hit the wall and stop dead. I even tried making walls out of slime. They don't bounce, and if you hit them really like hard at a slime wall when you're standing next to it, they just go straight through the wall.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you need to get a bit of an angle there to get that out. Yeah. So further away again. Now maybe try a different club and see if you can scoop it in.
All right, let's reposition.
Oh, there's the right click.
Let's reposition. It was stuck in the wall.
That's right. Let me hit it back to you.
Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
So
let's maybe also put it out here, and then I'm gonna
each club has 2 different speeds as well. If you hit it while you're standing still, it does one thing, but if you're running towards it and hit it, then it'll go about an extra 2 blocks.
What if you go backwards and hit it?
I mean, that was just a beautiful shot, Chosen.
That was great.
But, there's another little practice hole here as well.
Okay.
Just
all right.
Yeah.
And we got water hazards.
On this particular hole, yeah.
I wonder if I mean, maybe I should go 9 iron. Oh no, I should definitely yeet this thing into the wall.
So yeeting would be 3.
Okay, yeeting, yeah, yeet. Okay, let's try this. I wonder if does the angle to shifting matter? What if
This is good. I'm liking your logic.
Swift sneak, I'm almost faster than walking. So let's try.
See what happens. Oh, look at that hole in one.
That was fantastic. Yeah, that did
Absolutely
work.
nailed it.
Yeah, it almost seems like the angle matters.
Do you feel ready for some test holes now?
I think so. Definitely.
Okay, cool. So I haven't made up scoreboards yet or clipboards or anything for scores. So you're just gonna have to keep counting your head, and we'll see how it goes.
I'll try.
My first test of like the first 5 holes, it took me like 40 strokes. So yeah. So we'll go around the spoiler wall.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, this is just something that you guys aren't allowed to see. Well, not until Beardstone releases his video, because it was very spoilery, but also very awesome. This is going to be great when it's done.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well, cheers for that, Chosen. It's been a pleasure,
more.
and I hope you get your brass mall gauge problem thing sorted. Sorry I couldn't help.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, so now after that fiasco and that interesting melting block situation, I'm gonna have to fix that. I think I might now have an idea of how to fix the redstone solution. To do this, each of the new vaults that I have added for quartz, for example, for redstone, and for all of the other new materials, I'm going to have to link into those some redstone. See, when they're actually on the board like this, and I'm using this to, for example, keep this in stock, well, I can prevent this, I think, from doing a request. At least so I think. Oh my goodness, no, the more I think about it, the more I realize I'm going to have to change how this whole system works. So instead of feeding this like I'm doing right now, we're actually going to need to use threshold switches, I do believe, in the back to send these out. And we're going to have to do this by controlling when we send a redstone pulse to, for example, this packager. Yeah, so instead of using a stock link here and doing it this way, instead, we can just detect if this vault has a certain amount of items in it. And then if it drops below that threshold, let's say a stack, it will then send a pulse that can then pull a certain amount out of here. But there's another problem with doing that. this is going to pull out 9 stacks at one time. Things could get kind of tricky whenever we do this. And this right here could be a mess, but I think it would solve our requesting system, so it would send less packages. Because then it should only request like 9 more stacks to then be shipped, which will solve our logistics issue. But getting the items into here, like I said, we could end up just overwhelming the vaults, and that would cause another issue that I think we can handle. I mean, we have a lot of space still left in the vault, so maybe it actually storing 9 stacks of each of these items wouldn't be too bad. And I'm hoping it doesn't store even more than that. So now all of these are going to be set up pretty much the same way. We are going to have like a redstone here. We're going to define all of these individual items. And up here, we're going to make sure to place these all in. And then we need to set our values. So we need this to be locked. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that too much because we can invert just about any sort of pulse mechanic or any redstone mechanic that is from the create mod. So what we could do is we could just pulse these packagers right here that currently have stock links on them, and we can pulse that with I don't know, like the signal from here. We'll have to figure that out too. So for example, to not like keep this constantly on and it only to receive 1 tick, I mean, we can use something like a pulse repeater, and we can right click this to invert it to keep the system maybe off. Actually, this only sends packages when it receives a signal, so we would actually need this pulse repeater to be in normal mode. Whenever this receives a signal, it then just sends out a quick pulse. And I think that quick pulse is more than enough because it is working for things like this. So just a single quick pulse, we'll just name it main to send the items into main. And that way it will have and receive a strong signal. This will pulse. And then that should send a single request, and then hopefully the whole system shuts off. I mean, this is going to be some trial and error. Now, inside of here, this is where we're going to have to set the stack limit, right? So we know that 9 stacks is what we need to be at, and I'm going to have to play around with this because it gets a little confusing. I think this would work. So we just simply invert the base signal, and I will set it to power off when, and this will not receive a signal. So power off when it's at or above 9, in which it should send 9 packages. So that should definitely equal 10. And we won't send a signal until it goes below or at a single stack. I think at this particular, with this particular setup, with these settings, that should work. This should mean that whenever this drops down and it only has 1 stack of the base material, what we can do is we can then simply send a request or send a single pulse, which will hold a solid signal, and since it's going to be at that level, and then that solid signal will send an entire package, just 1 package, which should contain 9 stacks. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and remove all of these because we do not need these anymore. And I also need to get rid of these as well. So it's going to go something like this. On the side here, this is where I'm going to have to define the main CA on the sign to address the packages. That way they can be sent out and be sent out correctly. And then right here is where our redstone logic is going to go. So we are going to have our redstone links, and then these repeaters are going to be set up here. The 2 ticks is just fine because we just simply need to take this 1 pulse and just pulse this thing. That's all we need to do. So we'll end up having this here, a redstone link. It's going to be set into receive mode, and then we've just got to define each signal, which I think I'm just going to use like the block forms in here just to make sure we don't get anything confused. Now, this did mean that I had to change this up a little bit so that way I could get a repeater, for example, over here. And so I just ran this underneath and then looped it back on the top. Gave me a little bit more space to work with, and it's going to be perfect here. There we go. I'm thinking about this for a moment. Yeah, I don't actually want to turn these on, I think, just yet until I test this and make sure it tests with at least 1 thing running. For example, iron. Like we can try this with iron, I think, or any other thing, just 1 at a time. I don't want to flood the whole vault. That's a whole mess to clean up. Now, it looks like we can copy settings from here. I just don't know if it actually copies the like quartz on here. So it says right button to copy settings. Okay, copied settings from threshold switch. And then left to paste. Oh, it does copy over. Okay, but yeah, but it does, that just copied over the items. That's not what I want. Well, let's hope I don't make any mistakes. I'm doing all of these by hand now. Yep, I think I got them all set up. Now this is going to be a problem here. I don't want to place, I don't want to place the redstone link, I think here, because I think this one could also power it. So these are all going to get powered from below. I really hope this actually powers. Yes, okay, it does. And we can just power this one from the top. So the moment, the only one that shows that it has less than a stack in stock right now is redstone. So yes, we have 40 right here. So this will be a good part to test. Just to make sure this works, all I gotta do is flip this into receive mode. That should send a single pulse, which should then send 9 stacks of redstone all in one pulse. And then this, whenever it actually does drop below, it will then request 9 stacks because that's how many it should drop below. So long as this is correct. So we do that. That's a single 9 stack. Notice it doesn't send any more. And then that should solve the redstone problem. The redstone then gets shut off. Oh, and I think this is going to work. And then the redstone down here, basically this will never kick back on until it drops down to 1 or below again. Oh, this solves that awful logistical problem. Ah, there's just something about peace of mind. And this means I can now kick back up all of our production a lot better. This makes me feel a lot more comfortable when it comes to selling products, which is what I want to do. I want to be able to sell just about everything here to the server mates, and coming up with the prices for that. Yeah, you guys didn't really help me that much with coming up with the ideas. So I'm going to have to figure this one out on my own, it seems. Before I do that, let's go ahead and flip all of these into their correct mode. And yeah, this is now working. So yeah, I think this alone has solved our constant package requesting system that you guys made sure to let me know about last episode. And I mean, yeah, I'm kind of glad I got this fixed, and I probably don't even need that setup anymore that I made with the buffer vault. Now, if I'm going to be getting ready to sell some of these products, I got to make sure that Stam's redstone is up and running just to make sure, and we don't have to stress about redstone. So let's go check and make sure that everything is working as it should be. So I did just set a pull request, and so all of the information has been requested here. Look at that. We got our redstone in packages. Perfect. Oh man, this is good. This is good. Okay. And then, so down here, just to kind of check how much we got in here. Oh boy. Okay. 35,000. That is quite a lot. And that should also be split with Stams as well. And then we take a peek over here, and I just want to make sure blaze rods are still heading over here. Yep. It looks like that's going just fine. I think we're just about ready. And Beardstone had mentioned, like, you should definitely make some Nixie tubes. Like, I think Nixie tubes would be a good thing to make on here too. So I do have this entire bottom section that I could just add to the top row. I think that would be fine. That also gives us a ton more items without even needing to go down one lower. But still yet, if you have any more suggestions that you don't actually see on this list, like, be sure to let me know. Now for the Nixie tubes, these are just going to require 2 electron tubes. I mean, that is super simple. We just click here, which I have those being produced, and then we set that, and then crafter _CA. I mean, there we go again. We're already ready. I mean, that's it. And we'll just keep, like, so many in stock. For right now, I'm just going to do 16, but, like, yeah. I mean, this just needs to continue running. I'll tell you what, my goodness, this is just a redstone hog, man. It just chows through all of this redstone. Now, where to set up these stalls? Now, I'm thinking I could do, like, one in front of this window right here. I mean, this whole window section could be, like, one big selling location. Like, that could look pretty good. Maybe something like this, and then the same for this side, and we kind of split it up per window to keep it nice and lit up. We'll do something like this. Yeah, we can make this just one massive stall area. Same on the other side. I mean, as much as I would love to send this to some sort of shop down in the shopping district, I just feel like this is such an iconic place, and I love just selling it from within here because it's such a cool thing to also get to see. So you get to come in here, shop, you also see how it functions, and you see it running. I mean, it just has a feeling, and I think it's better off kept in here. To mention, it also makes this function correctly because yeah, I have everything running off of a single stock keeper that is connected up to the main. Even though that's the real issue, I mean, I'm gonna claim that this is the reason why. Now, after taking a look at all of the new items that I am currently crafting and I can sell, I've kind of organized them in a way that I think I want to set them up. And there's a lot. There is 25 individual items here, I do believe. So yeah, and then that's just the start, right? Because any new items that I potentially add after getting this set up, I'm going to have to add to the list. Thankfully though, I do have enough spaces here if you account for this area and the area over here. So I've just got to get all of the tables set up for each individual item. So I'm going to start with this one and work my way through here. Figuring out the amounts for things, that is the hard part. I still want the final purchase price to be a single diamond, so I want to make that easy to understand. And so a lot of these things are probably going to only be like 4 or 5 for a single diamond. Like, it is quite a slow process to just request a lot of items from this setup, especially when we get into the brass section. Everything has to be just crafted one by one. Now, just in case you missed the episode where I kind of explained how this shopkeeper works, I have it defined to a specific location, which is this frog port right here, to deposit into this barrel. So whenever I actually click this to set up a shop, like for example, redstone comparators, I can set this to a certain amount, like 16, for example. And then what I can do is hit configure, and this over here, when bought, will then send the items to this barrel. And they're going to come over here. They're going to right click their stuff onto this, and because we initially identified this with this address, that's the address it's going to send to from that purchase location. So yeah, after all of that, I have everything set up. So like mechanical arms, you get 1 for 1 diamond. Also with the rotational speed controller, you get 1 for 1 diamond. Factory gauges, 2 for 1 diamond. 2 on the stock links. We also have stock tickers. You get 2 for that too. And then on the brass funnels is going to be 4. All of these are set to 4 for 1 diamond. And then over here, 32 on casings. I felt a little generous on the casings considering these are also used for building, and I can make them pretty quick. They just simply use brass. Nixie tubes though, a little bit harder to make. We get 4, so it's just like a single craft set for a diamond. And a lot of these things are probably not going to be like needed that much. Like, I've not really needed a massive amount. So I'm hoping that everybody kind of goes in here and buys these sparingly. Now for vanilla components, those are definitely nice. 16 each. I mean, that's kind of a lot, and it's super cheap. Just 1 singular diamond. This is where things get a little bit more expensive. Anything involving Nixie tubes, they're just a pain to craft. And it is a bog on the system to craft them. Not only that, anything that involves those copper setups, that also is quite a strain. But anything just requires like regular, redstone components, not a big deal. And I can get those a lot. So 16, I thought 4 was a good on here. If you guys think that this is a little bit off, definitely let me know in the comments below. Like what these prices should be. Are they good? Did I set these up at a pretty reasonable price? You can see 16 of these. And then over here, these are kind of a pain for the system to make, so they are a bit more expensive. 2 here. And I'm currently ramped up everything, and I've got everything at least crafting a stack at the moment. So a stack of everything is currently in the works. It's just going to take a little bit of time to build those things up. Like, yeah, factory gauges. I mean, all of this stuff, those are ready and set. It looks like we got a lot of these things already done. It's just going to be, yeah, crafting up all of the Nixie tubes, or sorry, these. I always forget the name. The electron tubes, not Nixie tubes. Nixie tubes are down here. Oh, and that reminds me, I should definitely set this to keeping at least a stack in stock. So yeah, at the moment, just kind of a stack for just about everything, but I'm sure I'm going to do slowly over time, start ramping that to holding more stock, just in case somebody wants. Because the system doesn't really get bogged down when just like 1 or 2 items are purchased. It gets bogged down when like 15 items are all purchased, and then it just takes a very, very long time to regen those items back. But they should all regen, and it doesn't seem like anything is sort of preventing the progression of everything. So So far, so good. And so, shops up and logistical problems fixed. Thanks to you guys in the comments. And I'm glad I went through and troubleshooted some of the more advanced parts of controlling the system with Redstone. I wouldn't have actually found that out or even bothered messing with it had it not been for the comments down below and a little bit of help from Beardy kind of explaining his system. So hopefully you enjoyed my logistical approach to the mall, and I hope that it does get used by a lot of peeps on the server here as we progress on into some higher and more advanced projects. Now, if you enjoy videos like these, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video a huge thumbs up. And don't forget to comment down below any of the price change suggestions. I would love to hear from you down in the comments. And also join my Discord, discord.gg/ChosenArchitect. I have a lot of projects that are in the works, and that is a great place to communicate with me and also other Minecrafters that are in the same modded sphere. So definitely be sure to check that out as well. And with that being said, it's now time for me to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. That amazing thanks is going to go out to Kimiki Miata. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and supporting my content in one of the best ways possible. Thank you so very much, boss, for continuing your support. And well, guys, I look forward to seeing all of you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.